My father's partner won't respect my daughter's boundaries, so we sidestepped their surprise party. My 33 female daughter, Cleo, 5-year-old, hates pink. She has disliked the color and almost everything to do with it since she was about 3 or so. She has one pink shirt she likes and one pink stuffed animal, and that's it. By the way, this comes from Daughter Party Throw, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to r/OKStorytime subreddit. So, my father's partner, Prue, refuses to accept that Cleo doesn't like pink. Over the years, she's made several attempts to push the color onto her. Pretty much every gift she's ever given her was some shade of pink, no matter how many times I tell her to stop. She has tried to give me dozens of different reasons why I should encourage my daughter to try different shades. It clearly upsets Cleo, but Prue keeps doing it. About a week ago, my father invited me, my husband, and our children for dinner at his place. He said he and Prue had a surprise for the kids. Right before we left home, my younger sister, who still lives with our father, texted me. She warned me that the surprise was actually a small birthday party Prue had planned for Cleo. That alone threw me off because my daughter's birthday was in November. My father did miss her actual birthday party due to work, but still. Also, my son turns 9 in March, so I figured his would be the next party we'd have. Then she sent me photos of how the place was decorated, and it was very clearly not meant for Cleo. Literally every piece of decor was pink. The tableware, the balloons, everything. She has gotten pink banners and glued pink foil fringe curtains on the doors. Even the cake was pink.
Why? Why
are we forcing these silly little gender stereotypes onto 5-year-olds?
She has to like the color pink.
She's a girl.
And if you've ever played the game of life,
you
the girl
have to
pieces
be
are pink and the boy pieces are blue. So she has to be pink.
She has to be. I showed everything to my husband and we agreed not to take the kids there. I texted my father the following. Hey, sister told me everything. We're not coming. We're taking the kids to McDonald's and telling them that was your surprise. You and Prue can come if you want. We're paying. We did exactly that. My father did show up without Prue, but he was cold with us and left 20 minutes after arriving. Both him and Prue are pissed. My father is angry that my husband and I dismissed his partner's heartfelt gesture towards our daughter.
It's not heartfelt.
Not heartfelt. She's just trying to enforce pink on your daughter. Prue also told me that I'm the reason Cleo is restrictive. I also don't like pink, and I'm raising her to be an ungrateful, spoiled brat who is unwilling to compromise. To be honest, I get how I could be in the wrong here, but at the same time, this just felt like Prue trying to push something Cleo doesn't like onto her yet again. My sister and one of my brothers are on my side, though my sister did say I had been rude. My other brother is on the fence. Am I the a-hole? Edit, my daughter doesn't know I dislike pink, nor would I care if she did like it. No, you're not the a-hole. Your parents clearly don't care about your daughter at all, because one, it's not even her birthday. So it's like, what? They're throwing this weird little birthday party that is not made for your daughter's, interests at all.
I wonder where this behavior comes from.
I don't know.
Where's the emotional core of somebody being like, yeah, my 5-year-old daughter doesn't like pink, and then you have to be like, oh, we'll see about that.
It's like, we'll make her like pink. No, don't you worry.
Why are you making my daughter's birthday about you being right about the color pink?
Weirdo.
Just make it the color she likes, because it's her birthday. She's 5.
Literally.
Yeah,
and if you can't do that, then don't throw the birthday party.
It's weird.
But there is an update. Hey guys, I ended up leaving a lot of comments on my Am I the A-hole post, which many of which say the same thing over and over. Oh, I wanted to clarify some things. Cleo and Prue are both fake names. We're not American. Prue's 46 years old, and I don't call her my stepmother because she's only 13 years older than me. Also, she's not married to my father, but they've been together for 12 years. I have nothing against her, we're just not close. Cleo's interests are pretty balanced. She likes princesses, cars, robots, and dolls. She loves science and outer space. She does ballet and loves it too. She's the only girl in her ballet class who wears black. Her teacher calls her Black Swan. She's not a girly girl, but I wouldn't call her a tomboy either. She's just a kid who hates pink. Cleo's favorite colors are yellow and blue. Though I understand the assumption Cleo dislikes pink because of me, that's not the case. I hate pink, but I'm not disgusted by it. I wear pink clothing around my children. I occasionally dressed Cleo in pink as a baby. I own pink stuff and buy it for myself. My kids don't know I don't like pink. They've chosen pink gifts for me in the past. According to my son, I love all the colors. My father and Prue know it because I've disliked pink since long before I had children. There's plenty of stuff I hate that my children like and vice versa. They don't have to care about these things, so I don't tell them. Cleo's more boyish tastes also annoy Prue. I wonder why. Wow, the lady that is enforcing pink on this 5-year-old is annoyed that the 5-year-old's kind of a tomboy.
I guarantee you she's the kind of person who's like, well, we just wouldn't want her to grow up wrong.
And she's like, she has to act like a lady. She's the type of person who's like, whenever Cleo's around other boys in her grade, she's like, oh, is that your boyfriend? Is that other 5-year-old your boyfriend?
Yeah, that's whack. 5-year-olds having boyfriends.
Not as much as the pink thing, but enough that my husband and I know. Cleo's birthday party last November was themed after Super Mario Bros. And Prue actually asked me why I was allowing that. Cleo is open about hating pink. She's expressed that to Prue several times.
I'm sorry. I just have to reference the fact that she's like, how are you allowing your child to have their party be centered around literally one of the most, if not the most popular child's intellectual property of all time?
Yeah, it's a little silly.
You fool.
That's a little silly.
What are you, a fool?
Are you silly?
You fool.
Both my kids are polite. Whenever Prue gives my daughter something pink, Cleo thanks her. She'll sometimes ask Prue if she can give her something yellow next time, and she doesn't act as excited as she gets when other people give her something she actually likes. But that's it. We let Cleo choose which of her gifts she wants to exchange. She always asks to exchange pink stuff. If it can't be exchanged, she won't play with it or wear it. We either give those away to our friends or donate them to charity. Cleo does have friends who love pink. Her best friend loves it and wouldn't complain if they threw pink parties for themselves. She'd know those aren't about her. But the second you make it about her, aka threw her a pink party, then she'd be upset. Cleo would have loathed the party. She would have started crying immediately. She wouldn't have eaten the cake. She wouldn't have had fun. I didn't tell Cleo about the party for a number of reasons. Most importantly, I didn't want her to get upset. I also knew that letting her see it would ruin my father's image in her eyes. Cleo is already upset that Prue doesn't care about what she likes, and I didn't want to get frustrated at her grandfather too. Yes, my daughter does in fact hate pink. Yes, I'm well aware that might change someday. No, I wouldn't care if it did. I think that's all I wanted to say here. Feel free to ask me any other questions you may have. And there is another update. But any thoughts?
Great comment brings up that she has an older brother.
Also,
She's looking up to her older brother.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. A lot of
like
Sam's
pink.
things that Sam liked, influenced my taste and things as well. It happens. Anyway, there is an update though. First of all, I apologized to my sister a few hours after I made my original post. I am very grateful for what she did, but I'll do my best to keep her away from those conflicts moving forward. Thank you to those who defended her. Secondly, I went through your comments with my husband, and our main takeaway was that we did what we had to do to protect Cleo, even if it wasn't what we do in most circumstances. Had either of us been surprised with a party decorated with something we openly hated, we would have stood up and ignored it. It sucks, but we're adults and it comes with the territory. Cleo, however, is 5 years old. She wouldn't deal with this the same way, nor would we expect her to. Knowing my daughter, she would have been miserable at that party, so ultimately we don't regret not taking her there. On Saturday, we took the kids to spend the afternoon at my brother's place with their cousins. In the meantime, we invited my father and Prue over to talk. My husband and I told them that we wanted them to abide by the following: no more surprise parties without our knowledge and approval. No more pushing the color pink onto Cleo, including pink gifts. And no more calling our children spoiled for being allowed to dislike things. If they didn't agree to our terms, we would no longer take the kids to their place, and there would be a good chance we'd lower our contact with them in the future. Prue didn't say anything at first. My father tried to argue that we should at least thank her for the party, but I said no. I told him the problem wasn't that Prue threw a party for my daughter that was dedicated to her own interests. It was that she specifically chose something she knows my daughter hates and centered everything around it. We wouldn't thank her and we wouldn't apologize. That's when Prue chimed in. She tried to tell us we were raising our daughter to be a brat again. So I asked, why are you so insistent on pink? She didn't answer at first, but then she said she knew Cleo did love pink. She just didn't know it yet.
Wow.
And to that I asked, would you be this pushy if it was about any other color? Prue tried to say that didn't matter. But when my husband asked her if she'd care if Cleo hated blue, she said, she doesn't need to like blue. He replied that she didn't need to like pink either. He told Prue that she had no right to decide what Cleo should and shouldn't like. Cleo hates pink, and if she can't be an adult and respect that, then she doesn't need to be around our children. Good on you.
It is absolutely ridiculous that this is a conversation flowing out of a grown woman's mouth.
She's gotta like pink. But you can hear conversation flow out of our mouths if you listen to full episodes of stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. There's a little bit left of the story. I think that you and your husband are doing the right thing. You're just putting your foot down saying like, hey, you need to stop or you're not going to be able to be around the kids.
Yeah, you need to knock off the unhinged behavior regarding the color pink.
Yep.
Regarding just gendered colors. Relax.
Weirdo.
Kid is 5.
It's so
They're
crazy.
allowed to like whatever they want.
In the end, my father and Prue agreed to our terms. I'm not confident about her, but I did speak to my father. I said, I know that he has a hard time saying no to Prue, but he will ruin his relationships with me and my children if he keeps enabling his partner. My father promised he wouldn't let this happen again. I hope this works out. Cleo is a great kid, and I hope my father and Prue can finally start seeing that. Thank you all for everything. And that's the end of that story.
Remember, folks, pink is for girls only, and blue is for
Moral of the
boys
story
only.
is that if you're a girl, you have to wear pink.
And if
Girls
they,
pink, boys blue. Easy. That's it.
and if OP
Easy.
had followed the rules, okay, everything would be fine.
Wouldn't have had this problem.
Okay, now for all those out there who maybe don't know what humor is, that was sarcasm.
No,
All right?
pink.
Come back to me. Come back.
Come back, everyone.
Shh, shh,
Please.
shh, shh, shh. It was all a joke. It was all a joke.
But
Little
that was
girls
the
can
end
wear
of
whatever the color they want. Little boys can wear whatever color they want.
Yeah.
The fully grown men and women
The
can
fully
wear whatever
grown.
colors they want. It really has nothing to do with anyone.
Gender is a social construct. But that is the end of that story. We love you and see you tomorrow.